my friends, Sally here from Hawaii Paper Party, and I am here with my August paper pumpkin kits. Look how stinking cute all this stuff is. Now in this kit we got some envelopes with some circle closures, some cutout cards, card layers that we can put together, and we got minis of each. So this is what the instructions have you make. So you get, I think it's 8 cards you could make, and 8 of these little ones, and 4 of these enclosures, and 4 of the little ones. And these cards fit in these enclosures, and these cards fit in this one. So instead of giving you envelopes, you actually make your envelopes. Before I get into some alternative projects, I have some tips for you for making these samples. We got these glue dots in this month. They look a little weird. I had kind of a hard time figuring them out. So I'll do the trial and error for you, and you can just go home, watch my video, and figure out how to use these yourself. But these are used to put on the sequins. We get these really pretty pink sequins. And what you do is you take them off the backing and you put them on the sequin. Okay? And then you peel off the backing of this, and then you can stick it down. Or you could put this on the paper first, you know, take the dot off and stick it on the paper, and then peel the backing off and stick the sequin on that. So that's how you use these little glue dots that they gave us. When you are putting in the mini brads, what I found was it's easier if you stick down just these 2 first. So you take off the strip, stick this down, and then put in one of the brads with the reinforcements on it, and then close this up. That way you can stick both of your hands in here and get your brad, you know, situated, and then close this up, and then add your second piece right here. And then for this card here, you're gonna pop this layer up. I don't know if you can see that, but this layer is popped up, which means you need to pop this banner up twice. So you have this, and then you have your banner. And then what I did was I put 1 dimensional here and 1 dimensional here, and then 2 dimensionals in the center, because when you put it down here, these are already popped up, so they're popped up once already, so you're going to pop them up a second time, and in the middle portion you're going to pop up twice. So when you do that, you won't have a lopsided card. Everything will be level, and it'll be perfect. So once you take off your backing, and you can put this here in the center, and everything is completely level, no lopsided or anything. So those are my tips before we get started with the alternative projects. But you know, if you wanted to just take this kit, you know, on a vacation somewhere, or take it, or you know, you had 30 minutes, you could make all of these things, and that would be great. But as you all know, I make these videos to kick it up a notch and get the most bang out of your buck, out of your kit. So I'm going to show you some alternative projects. Okay, so the first thing that I thought of when I saw these things was that I need to create a template for myself. So what I did was I just traced this onto some cardstock, just like from a folder that I had laying around, and I just traced it and scored it, and marked where, you know, where to put the adhesive, so there and there, and where to put the little reinforcements. So now I have a sturdy little cardstock template. So when I am all done with my paper pumpkin, you know, envelopes and things, I can make my own using my template. So, I mean, anytime that you want to recreate something, for example, you want a French fry box, go to McDonald's, ask them for a French fry box, take it home, take it apart, make yourself a template. So, once I saw this, I knew I'm going to make myself a template so I can recreate this later. So that is my first tip. Alrighty, so for our first project here, I took one of the enclosure cards that we made and I cut it in half. And you do this so you can get 2 projects instead of just 1. So I used this portion here, right here. And as you can see, it doesn't have the back part to it. And I'm going to put it on a card. This is just a card base, a Whisper White card base. And I just stamped it all over with the polka dot stamp that we got. And I'm going to stick it on here with a little banner cut piece of cardstock right there. This is Hello Honey. And I'm just going to stick it down with snail right here, okay, and stick this down. And you could possibly put some linen thread across here before you tape it down, a little bow to give it a little bit more interest. But yeah, here is a card layout just using the front portion of the enclosure card. Now, the other part of the enclosure card you can stick on another card front. All I did was layered it on some cardstock layers. This is Hello Honey at 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches. This is Strawberry Slush. This one measures 3.5 by 4.75, and then I just put that back part of the enclosure card right there. And I'm going to take one of the banners that I stamped, It's Your Birthday, with one of the stamps that we got. And I'm going to pop this up. You can stop there, but what I did was I took another piece of scrap from another card base that we got in the kit, and I used the petals punch to punch out some triangles. I just cut them in half so they weren't so big. I'm just going to take some twine that we got in our kit, and I'm just going to make a little pennant, going across like this. So I just trimmed the edges there, and I'll probably add some bows to the ends. So yeah, that's another card. Okay, so another way that you can mix things up a little bit is to cut up another one of the card bases, and I backed it to one of these cutout card fronts, and you just need enough to cover the smile part, and then you'll only have a little peekaboo, so the smile is all stripy and cute. And then I'm just going to layer it on to some Strawberry Slush cardstock measuring 4 inches by 5 1/4, and that will be my card front for my card base. And then you'll have another really cute, clean and simple card. Love it. And you can add some of the sequins around it. Very cute. Same concept. I did the same thing with the little mini heart cutout with the card front, and just cut it apart. And you just put snail on the back of this and make sure the heart is covered like that. Easy. And I'm going to put this one on a little 3x3. So I've got a piece of cardstock, this one measuring 3x6, scored in half. I've got a piece of strawberry slush measuring 2.75 by 2.75. And then I am just going to layer the heart front that we made onto our little card. And you can place, you know, a little banner on top of it. Cute, right? So we made these cards for our kit this month with our little enclosure envelopes. So you could make 8 of these, 8 of these, 4 of these, 4 of these. But we mixed it up, and we also created a template for future coin envelopes that we want to make with our own paper. We made a card using the front of our mini cards. Then we used the other side just as backing paper, scrap paper, and we made a little border with the other stripes. Then we just made a little cute, clean and simple card with the cutout and just the stripy pattern paper in the back. And we layered that with some strawberry slush cardstock, but you can use whatever you have. And we made our little 3x3 enclosure card using one of the little die cut layers, and layered the stripes in the back of that, and just used our own cardstock for the card base. So there are tons and tons of ways to use this month's kit, hundreds and hundreds of uses. I mean, I could go on and on and on, honestly. Like, I was not stuck for ideas with this kit. There's so many things to do. I really like the simplicity of like the cutouts with the stripes in the back, this one and this one. So I think I'm going to go ahead and make the rest of my cards that way. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. So much in this kit. I still have leftover little reinforcements. I have leftover brads, leftover linen thread, leftover sequins, leftover cardstock and papers, and dimensionals and glue dots and all kinds of goodies. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you are not signed up yet for the paper pumpkin, you really need to sign up. I do have perks. If you choose me as your demonstrator, you get a free reusable card from me every month. You get a free stamp case after 6 months of subscribing to me, and you get up-to-date and current catalogs whenever they come out. Hint, hint, if you are subscribed under me, you will be getting the holiday catalog very soon. I just got them in the mail the other day. So I'm working on your little gift to go into your little catalog packages, and those will be out next week. So hope you enjoyed it. I will see you next month for our September paper pumpkin. Aloha. Bye.